Hello everyone, welcome to Twin Talk. So ga o. Ẹ wò, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká kúkú yà. Ẹni tó kú ní ti ẹ̀ gbé o. Èmi àti ẹ̀yin àní kúkú yà o. Àní rohun gbé sọnù bí ò ṣe ibi ọmọ. Àwọn ọmọ wa, Ọlọ́run á dáàbò ẹ̀bò wọn níbikíbi tí wọ́n bá wà, àwọn ò ní kúkú yà. This is so sad, you know, honestly. It is so sad. Ọ̀rọ̀ Muhbad ní each time tó bá ti ṣe Coroner Inquest wọn yẹn at. Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Okay. So, how many lawyers were sitting for Baba Muhbad? Do you know?
Just one came today. One from him.
Okay.
From the Aloba family.
Who else came to the court?
Yes.
Who else came?
We have Adura Gbemi Aloba.
That is Abure.
Who happens to be Aburo Muhbad, yes. Okay. He happens to be the DJ. Official DJ Muhbad and DJ Bami Sultan Ore Muhbad.
Okay. Family,
so Adura was called.
What about the wife?
To the cubicle.
What about the wife and the mother?
No, they were not present at all. Muhbad's wife was not present and the mother was not present. It was only Muhbad's Wumi's elder sister. Wumi's elder sister was present.
Wumi's elder sister? Which of the elder sister? Karimo?
The one that trained Wumi, the one that Wumi lived with.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she was present. She sat very close to me. So I was able to take a picture too.
Okay.
So
we are listening to you.
Okay. When Adura was called into the cubicle to come and answer questions, because he was the main person that was to be questioned today.
Show love, please.
So
the love button rolling. Oh yeah. Go.
Ma?
Go on.
Okay. So when he was called in, he was asked what was his name and what does he do for a living. So he said he's a DJ and he's a younger brother to Ileri Oluwa Promise Aloba. So they brought out an affidavit that he swore on the 25th of October, and he attested to it that he was the one that swore the affidavit. That is his statement that he wrote with the Nigerian police at the state headquarters in Lagos. So they asked him that where was he the day that Muhbad died? That was on the 12th of September. So on the morning of that day, he said he was at home. So, and he said, they asked him how many people were in the first Prado, because they said they went to a party in Ikorodu, according to the lawyer, on the 10th, which was a Sunday. So they asked him that, was Muhbad feeling any health issue before the show? He said no, that Muhbad was hale and healthy before the show. During the show, he was ill. And where were you during the show? He said he was on the stage with Muhbad playing music. So how many minutes were you in that party? He said they were there for like 1 hour. So he said when they were about to leave, they came with 2 Prado Jeeps. So he was in the first, Muhbad was in the first Prado with Wumi. Wumi is named CY, Darosha, Spending, Prime Boy. So making 5 people in the first Prado. They now asked him that where was he when they were about to leave. He said he is in the second Prado. So they now asked him that what happened that transpired between Prime Boy and Muhbad. He said he was in the second Prado when Prime Boy came to meet him that he should come, but he refused. Like he was rude to Prime Boy. So Prime Boy now went to report him to Muhbad. So with what happened, he did not know what really transpired between Muhbad and Prime Boy. But by the time he came back, he was told that Muhbad and Prime Boy had a fight. Are you with me, man?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
he said Muhbad and Prime Boy had a fight, but he was not there. So he was asked that who was there when the fight occurred. He said it was in the presence of Wunmi and the driver. So the driver asked the court, the lawyer asked the court to make sure that they bring the driver to come and say what he knows about the fight. They now said when Muhbad hit Prime Boy, he threw a punch, and the punch hit the side glass of the vehicle, not the windscreen, not the back screen, but the side, the door screen.
Okay.
How come the Muhbad did not have a cut on his wrist? That he now has a cut on his elbow instead of his wrist. If anyone punches a glass, his wrist is supposed to cut, but he doesn't have a cut on his wrist. But the cut went down to his elbow.
Who asked the question?
And he was asked that, did the cut in his hand, is it deep or minor? He said the cut is a minor cut.
Same way Wunmi said.
The same way Wunmi said, yes.
Okay.
So Adura said the cut was a minor cut. The lawyer now asked that the day that their father came to their house, how come was a blanket, a bedsheet, soaked in blood? The boy now said it's the wound that was in his hand.
Okay.
That he was using to touch the bedsheet.
Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Come back, baby. So at the end of the day, apparently, that boy has confirmed there was a cloth soaked with blood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the lawyer asked him when Muhbad was he asked him again that has there been any time that their dad has come to their house to settle issues between Muhbad and Wunmi?
Our guest,
the boy said many times.
Can you hold on? At the point they were talking about the car, was the picture of the car shown at the court?
No.
There was no picture.
No picture.
Okay. Now, can you go back to what you were trying to say now?
Now, the man asked that has there been any time that the father has come to settle issues between Wunmi and Muhbad? The boy said many times his father has been there to settle issues.
In other words, they're always fighting.
They always fight, yes.
Okay.
Secondly, the lawyer asked, that very day after the fight at the party, they said they got home on Monday morning because they left the party late night. So they got to Lekki early Monday morning. Did you see Muhbad throughout that Monday? He said yes. He saw Muhbad around 12 noon on that Monday. But he was feeling uneasy. So thereafter, the lawyer asked, has there been any argument in that house on that very day? He said yes. There was an argument between Wunmi and Muhbad in his room, but he did not know what really caused the argument. So he said when he saw Muhbad was requesting for a nurse, that he needs a nurse to treat him. So he said he was thinking in his mind that because of the cut that he had on his elbow, that he was requesting for a nurse. The lawyer now asked him that, was he aware that Muhbad was stabbed in any part of his body apart from that cut in his hand? He said he was not aware. Because the lawyer was trying to affirmate that probably during the argument, Wunmi stabbed him. But none of those guys was able to see the stabbed area. And secondly, they have requested that they should allow them to see his corpse, to check his body. If there's any bruise or any mark, apart from the one on his elbow. And the court has granted the lawyer the request. Because the lawyer said he will be bringing pathologists from abroad.
Abroad?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Now, the lawyer asked him that, how was Muhbad feeling before the request for a nurse. He said he was cooking in the kitchen downstairs. The boy said he was cooking. The lawyer asked, how come you were the one cooking and not Wunmi? He said most of the times he does the cooking and sometimes Wunmi does the cooking. So that day he was cooking noodles. They all ate the noodles. So it was later that Wunmi ran downstairs that Muhbad was feeling uneasy, rolling on the floor and started vomiting. What was he saying when he was rolling on the floor? He said Muhbad did not say anything. He was not saying anything. The lawyer asked again, was he shouting my head, headache, body pain or anything? He said no. That he was not saying anything. He was just rolling on the floor, feeling restless. So he said he now ran outside that maybe they should go and call a cab, go and get a cab. So he said there were 5 that were at home that day. So the other boys downstairs ran upstairs to join Wunmi. That is Sultan, that is DJ Bami and Darosha. They ran upstairs to go and join Wunmi. So while he was on the street looking for cab or Uber, their neighbor has decided to assist them. So when he was coming back, he met their neighbor and the other guys bringing down Muhbad into the neighbor's vehicle. So he said 3 of them sat at the back of the seat with Muhbad on their laps, while Wunmi was in the front. So on their way to the hospital, it was in the traffic that the driver now looked back. This guy is cold though. I don't think he's still breathing. That was when he got shocked. Not breathing. So he now said that they should put him on a bike. So it was then that they rushed him to put on the bike to the first hospital. On getting to the hospital, the first doctor confirmed to them there that he is dead on arrival. Are you with me, ma?
Yeah, sure. We are with you. I don't want to start interrupting you too much so you don't forget things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the lawyer now, another lawyer asked, because there are many lawyers there, so they were asking questions, different questions at different times.
When they were going to the hospital, Wunmi was in the car with them.
Yes. But Wunmi did not take bike with them.
She was in the
car. When they put the bike on the bike. So it was Daros Spending and Adura that put Muhbad on the bike and took him to the hospital. So Wunmi and others had to take another bike to join them. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Continue. So Adura, when they got to the hospital, the doctor did not do anything on him because they claimed he was dead on arrival. But he said the doctor and the nurse to inject Muhbad won a conversation. They had a conversation, but he did not know what they were discussing.
Can you please hold on?
The doctor at the first hospital.
Which doctor? At what point did that doctor came into the scene?
The first doctor that they met at the first hospital.
That first doctor attended.
They went to hospital.
The first hospital they went to, the doctor attended to Muhbad.
Yes, but he did not do anything on him. He did not put any injection or syringe or anything.
Oh, okay.
But he just attended to them, but he saw that the boy is dead on arrival. So he had a conversation with the nurse.
Okay.
And not with any member of the family. But Adra was not know what he discussed with the nurse.
Go on.
Okay. So another lawyer asked him that was he aware that Muhbad has processed a Canadian visa? He said yes. The lawyer asked, who told you? He gave 2 answers. He gave 2 answers. He said one, Wunmi told him. He later now changed it to Muhbad told us. Who are the us? He could not mention. He could not mention. So he was saying that the last time he saw Muhbad alive was 12 p.m. on Monday. But he wasn't feeling too well. So he did not deny the fact that they had arguments most of the time. And most of what he has said is exactly what most of them have said earlier. So they asked him that was Muhbad on any prescription or any drugs before that incident. He said he used to take one SOS tablet. Who prescribed the SOS? Was it before the NDLA attack? He said no. But it was after the NDLA attack. He started taking the SOS. That, okay, when he left the NDLA office, what happened to him that you invited a nurse to his house? He said he was one that requested for a nurse.
It was Muhbad
Did he
requested for a nurse.
That requested for a nurse then? That was last year, February, when the NDLA tortured him then. So he now said, the lawyer asked, did he vomit after the treatment from the nurse? He said no. So how come he is now vomiting when given this injection this time around? Another lawyer asked, after serving the food, did you all eat in one place or did you eat in separately? He said they all ate separately. Who served? He said Wumi.
Who served what?
The food.
That Muhbad had.
Yes. It was Wumi that served the food.
Did they ask him question that prior to that time, was the this thing they went for was on Sunday, and on Monday, he died. He actually died on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
It was confirmed he died on Tuesday. On Monday, was there a fight? Did they ask if there was a fight between them?
Yes, he confirmed that there was an argument between Muhbad and Wumi on Monday morning.
Was it a physical argument or just utterances? Did they ask if
he claimed that it was in their room? You know, they use separate rooms, so he was downstairs, but he was hearing them. Okay, confirmed we won't exchange your money because he said he was not there, but he was hearing the noise. They now asked him, why didn't you call your father during all these times? He said he did not call his father. Who called your father when Muhbad died? He said it was Darosha. Don't you have your father's number? He said he has his father's number. It was an outsider that called the father that Muhbad died. The boy was not the one that called the father. Okay, Kpai, okay.
Okay, go on. What other question, not to bury, was he asked? You don't have.
He said, okay. I have it here with me.
Okay.
So he said on that Monday, none of them came out after the show. They came out from the show on Monday morning. So everybody was at home.
Okay.
So he said none of them.
Now, on that Monday, they said he had injury on Sunday. On that Monday, did they
on
ask?
Elbow, yes.
Did they ask him where the cloth is?
No, they did not ask him where the cloth is. And he said he did not see any cloth. He only said the best spread. Best spread.
Níbo ni best spread? Did they ask him bí tí best spread yẹn wà?
Wọ́n ò béèrè. They didn't ask him.
Wọ́n ò béèrè.
Wọ́n ò béèrè at all.
Okay. Má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ. Then ìgbà tọ́mọ yẹn wá, some people were saying pé it seems like somebody under influence. Was he under influence? Bóyá ó mọ ògógóró àbí nǹkan kan. Does it look like?
I was even annoyed. The way he was talking is like is high. Very like somebody on Kolos.
Did you try to take picture? Okay, you sent me his picture. You sent the picture to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Even his talk was annoying. His response. The judge had to correct him like 8 to 10 times.
What was
like he couldn't speak up clearly. Whenever he wants to respond, he's only using gestures.
Okay. Instead of verbally.
Verbal, yes. He's not, even he got a translator, they asked him, would you like to speak in English or Yoruba? He said Yoruba. So anything they asked him in English, there was a translator beside him that was telling him, one day, bye. They speak up, he won't be able to talk. But I noticed something, man. I noticed the guy was forced under that circumstance that he was. Maybe he was given that thing that he did not know, or maybe he has been taking it himself. Because I was wondering, how can somebody be coming to court under under drugs or something like that?
So,
and he's just 20 years old.
Okay, what other questions? Not too big. Can you just go on? How many lawyers do interview? How many lawyers interview the guy?
Like 6 of them, 6 lawyers.
Okay, you've only spoken about
no
one of the lawyers.
Then some guys came from like a correspondent body, or what they call themselves. They were allowed to question him too.
Like independent.
Like 4 of them. Independent body, yes. They're like 4 of them.
So what were the
allowed to question him.
What were the questions they asked him? The independent body.
The same questions that was asked earlier. Because they were trying to know if his words will change.
Like
and it got to a stage, his words changed. Yes.
So did any of
he has earlier said he cooked noodles.
Yes.
He later said he was cooking fried rice.
So it's not Wumi that cook again.
Yes.
Initially, Wumi said she was
that was another question they asked. He now said that sometimes Wumi does the cooking, sometimes he will do the cooking. How many of you were living there? 8 of them.
Because all were relevant thing to show more. Food poisoning, contract, hiding or anything. Who cooked this food?
Sherry, man, what I see, if you ask me, man, that what I see to that is today.
Okay.
Something, the fact that happened that morning is that Muhbad got injured that morning. If his body
that's morning
that Monday morning that he had an argument with Muhbad, it was that Canadian visa that caused the argument.
How do you know? Why did you say so?
Yes, because when the lawyer was questioning the guy to the Adura too much on the Canadian visa, the judge stopped him. That such has not been established in our courts. Anything like Canadian visa or no Canadian visa. The lawyer now said it was after the statement that the father had written down in the court that he was telling about the Canadian visa. So it was the Canadian visa issue that caused the argument on that Monday morning. And probably during the argument, a fight ensued between the two of them. Because I am very sure that Muhbad, the nurse did not just come to treat that elbow alone. They said the nurse injected Muhbad. He gave him drip on just a minor cut on the elbow. How can somebody point a screen and his wrist will not get caught at all except the elbow? That's another question. So the elbow is an injury. Kò ní injury ní ọrùn ọwọ́ ní orí ọwọ́ rárá. Elbow ló ti lọ ní injury. Secondly, the nurse came. Ó treat ó fún ní drip. Ó fún ní abẹ́rẹ́. Ṣé lórí minor cut náà sì ni? They are hiding on bone kankan. Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn nígbà tó ń jọ ní argument. Probably bí ó ti gun ní nǹkan kan. Níbi tó ti ń argue. That is the truth. Because they still need to bring back the nurse. Yes, the nurse still needs to come back. So my version also thorough. And the Thomas allow our pathologist to check body. They will know if he has any cuts on his body. Aside the elbow, put any minor cuts.
Hi. Okay. So did they ask the boy about the salt? The salt on Bani ara Muhbad, kon gbe salt sí láyà. Want to for létí.
No, yes. He said it was what was this guy's name? Darosha. He said it was Darosha's idea. They asked them that when he died, did you report at any police station? He said no. Where did you take him to? They brought him back home. Why? He said that it was Darosha that said they should bring him back home. Okay, where was Wumi when you brought Muhbad's Kpai body back home? He said she was outside. She didn't enter the house. Whose idea was the salt? He said it was Darosha. That he said because they don't want the body to be heavy. That's why they put salt on his body.
How old is Darosha?
They should be within the same range. Darosha was not in court today. Should be in the same age range with Muhbad.
Darosha was not in court today.
He wasn't in court. It was this boy DJ
Spending.
No, Spending was not in court.
Who was in court apart from Adura?
Adura came to court. What's his name? I mentioned his name. This other DJ.
So Darosha is just like 20 years old. 2021.
Darosha should be above 20 years. He was not in court today.
Is he up to? Well, he suggested the idea of salt, right?
Yes.
So they
that was what Adura said.
Darosha, who taught him how to do that? Where he got to know how to do that?
They didn't ask for that. They only asked him who brought the idea, and he said Darosha.
Lifestyle. Is it DJ Lifestyle? You were trying to mention a DJ. Is it DJ Lifestyle or DJ Bami?
Bami was in court. Yes, that's Sultan.
Okay.
His real name is Sultan Adishegiri. Okay. DJ Bami. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So was he called to? Did they ask him any questions?
No, it wasn't.
So the only person they asked question today was Adura.
Adura. Yes,
How
Adura.
Many hours
Yes.
did the questioning take? How many hours did it last?
More than 2 hours.
Okay, you were talking about the independent body that came. They were asking questions.
Yes.
Can you remember more of the questions that this independent body asked Adura? Is it possible?
Most of the questions they asked were just questions that have been asked earlier by other lawyers. Okay. But they only twisted it to know if he can fumble or twist, which he did. He eventually did. They got what they want to get.
Okay, so she did at a point ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ṣó tà sí ara wọn.
Ó tà síra wọn. Because alakoko, he said he was not there when Muhbad and Prime Boy had a fight. He said he walked away. Okay. But later he claimed that it was a Prime Boy that came to meet him in the second Prado. That he said he should come, but he refused. So Prime Boy was angry with him. He said the quarrel was caused by him. Because Prime Boy is his brother's friend. He is a younger one to them, but that he is rude to Prime Boy. But Prime Boy was not happy with it. So Prime Boy was trying to report him to Muhbad. And Muhbad was not in a happy mood then. So that was why. But you said you were not there earlier. He now admitted that he was there.
Okay. What other question? Hello.
Yes, man. In another place he fumbled was about the cooking.
Okay.
When he said he was cooked noodles. Later he said he was cooking fried rice.
Fried rice, yes. They should have asked him, because the last time it was Wunmi that said she was cooking. So how many of them are cooking? Anyway.
He said anybody can cook in that house. So another question that he was asked, that the lawyer said, if he is asked about what led to the death of his brother, what will he say?
Okay, good.
That okay, let's assume that the court came to their house. They met the brother's Kpai body on the ground. That what led to the Kpai of your brother, and they met him as the younger brother. What will he say? He said he will tell them that his prime boy that is the prime suspect.
Okay.
That's what he said. Everybody screamed in the court. Everybody screamed.
They should ask him why he said so. Did they ask him why he said so?
No, they did not.
Okay. Now, did they ask him when last Prime Boy and Muhbad